Hey everyone, it's Anonymous Tea where we spill the tea anonymously. How is everybody doing? Hello everyone. Hello YouTubers. We are going to talk about this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case. You know that I am all over it, you guys. So a recap of today, this is coming from TMZ and it says the following. It says the court finally is hearing opening arguments in the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case, and both sides are laying out what happened the night Meg was allegedly shot in the foot by Tory. Prosecutors kicked things off Monday, claiming that Tory fired 5 shots on the evening of July 12, 2020, striking Megan in both feet, claiming Tory was set off after Megan insulted his skills by sarcastically calling him a beautiful artist. According to the prosecution, Tory's text messages after the fact, admitting to being too drunk and apologizing profusely, are pretty damning evidence. You'll recall after leaving Kylie Jenner's pool party, Megan, Tory, and Kelsey were said to have had gotten into a black SUV with a man named Jaquan Smith, who prosecutors say drove Tory to the party and brought a 9mm handgun. According to the prosecutors, following Megan's alleged diss, Jaquan pulled the truck over and Megan and Kelsey got out of the car when Tory was said to have fired the gun at Megan, instructing her to, quote, dance bitch, excuse me language. As for Tory's side, they claimed the pair was at Kylie's home for a pool party when things went south and Megan was asked to leave. It appears the defense is trying to make the jury believe Tory was not the trigger man. Tory's attorney, George, also argued Tory's DNA was not on the gun and that he was wearing a swimsuit during the alleged incident, asking the jury, where did they pull the gun from? And an update was also about a little while later that said at the end of opening statements, it's clear Tory Lanez's defense strategy is going to be Kelsey fired the gun and not him. His attorney, George, told the jury it was really Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey who were arguing with each other and that it was jealousy fueled. He said that Tory and Megan had a sexual relationship, something that she has denied in interviews, and suggested Kelly was mad because Meg had a history of stealing her boyfriends, including DaBaby and Ben Simmons, you guys. So initial thoughts. I'm not sure the defense's strategy. I would think that since there was gun residue that was found on both Kelsey and Tory Lanez from what we know, what has been presented, why can't it be presented that we don't know who shot who, right? That if there could possibly have been a struggle, right? And the gun went off, right? Which technically would not necessarily say that Tory Lanez or Kelsey was the shooter. I think it could potentially be a mistake to have this all be pinned on Kelsey, you guys. I truly do. We'll have to see ultimately who takes the stand, because it keeps like saying different things and what actually is going to be revealed. Also, another thing, and it's not about, so it's not so much about who's sleeping with who or whatever else. I mean, it's juicy, it's celebrity gossip, right? However, I do find it interesting. As you guys know, remembered Megan Thee Stallion, she did that interview with Gayle King and vehemently denied having a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, you guys. And ultimately, this fight basically escalated because it was a pattern between Kelsey and Megan Thee Stallion to where whoever Kelsey messes with, Megan Thee Stallion wants to mess with too, apparently, and then they get into arguments over it. And this ultimately is now the third guy that we know of in Tory Lanez that they find out that they're both sleeping with the same guy. So again, that goes back to what Tory Lanez was saying. Remember in his one song how he was saying how he was screwing both friends or whatever and all of that. So it seems as though this is an incident that could have been avoided, and it seems as though this was a jealous rage and it was messy, and both women found out they were both sleeping with the same guy once again for the third time, and things completely popped off, right? Things completely popped off and it was completely unnecessary, right? And mind you, you're coming from Kylie Jenner's house. You probably had some alcohol. You probably were, under the influence. And then to just, have your driver pull off the road in the middle of the road somewhere and get out and have this escalate to where gunshots are going off. Not okay, you guys. Not okay, you guys. So, this is going to be interesting. I'm sure DaBaby and Ben Simmons are probably like, Nene Leagues, why am I in it? Like, this has nothing to do with me and this and that. Like, this has nothing to do with the case, but it's juicy for us. It's juicy as far as celebrity news and gossip goes. But I don't know really what's going to happen, you guys. I really don't. It really is going to have to depend on these testimonies. It is going to have to depend on these testimonies on how this is going to go. But I do think the defense should rethink their strategy in solely blaming Kelsey. I think they really have an opportunity here that they are missing, in that since there was gun residue found on both Tory and Kelsey, to say, hey, what if there was a struggle, right? What if there was a struggle and the gun accidentally went off? That this wasn't an intentional shooting, or, whatever the case may be, right? So I think it's a mistake if they're going to go this direction and pin everything on Kelsey. I think Tory should have nurtured that relationship as they were waiting for this trial to happen. So that way everybody could be on the same page as far as like what actually took place. Because it's going to be interesting what Kelsey says ultimately on the stand. So there is that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this first day of opening arguments from both the prosecution as well as the defense. What do you guys think about this in the comments? Who do you think, after today's events, that you think it favors, right? And I want to also be clear, it's not a slut shaming situation as far as who Kelsey and who Megan Thee Stallion slept with. That's not the issue here. I think what the defense is trying to do is they're trying to basically present on their end Megan Thee Stallion's character, right? That basically they're trying to say, hey, when she gets into competition with people, she gets jealous of certain things people are doing and wants to do it too. But then the problem is, it's usually a close friend of hers that she is doing this stuff to, and then at some point in time they both find out, that they basically F around and find out literally that they're messing with the same person, and it escalates. It basically diminishes whatever type of friendship or relationship that they have, and things get messy, right? Things get absolutely messy, but then it happens again. It's like a repeating cycle, right? So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. And also, they have the receipt of Megan Thee Stallion denying on, CBS News with Gayle King that she slept with him, right? So it'll be interesting if Megan Thee Stallion takes the stand, if she admits that she had sex with Tory Lanez or not. So it's not so much about the sexual history or who slept with who or how many people in the industry so-and-so is hooked up with. It is about where can we poke holes in the testimony and different interviews and in different statements that you've given, to where it shows that there's inconsistencies in what you've said, right? That there's been some inconsistencies to where you can cast doubt to the jury to say, hey, she says this, and then she says this in the Gayle King interview, she says this in the police report, and she's telling this on the stand, and then she tweets this on social media, to try to put together like, hey, these aren't adding up. Like, one of this is the truth and something else is not. We need to get to the bottom of this. So I don't think it is about trying to slut shame somebody or trying to come for somebody's, sexual acquaintances or what have you. It is about a character presentation on who is this person as a character. Is this person honest? Is this person truthful? Is this person shown reckless behavior? Is this person showing that they can tell lies about certain things, or, omit or information about certain things, or vehemently deny certain things? But then when it's time to go to court, it all comes out anyways. So I think that's the angle of the defense. But again, I want more from this case. I really want to see how this is going to come together, both from the prosecution side as well as the defense's side, right? So that is that. Let me know what you guys think, though. What do you guys think in the comments? Who do you think, after some of the summaries of what took place today, who do you think it favors? Do you think it favors Megan Thee Stallion side or Tory Lanez side? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.